Hello to the YTPC. As I did my triumphant return last week, I thought I'd just kind of keep it going because a whole bunch of you are just putting out plenty of content. I know that's kind of a sanitized word for the internet for what we do, but have to get my presence known here in the YTPC. I'm looking at you, Northeast Piper UK. Bangs out a video I think like 3 a day. That's okay. I always enjoy watching them. And besides, if I do videos, I get more pipe smoking practice. There's that too. Housekeeping. I am smoking Consummate Gentleman, which was gifted to me from Holy Smoking Pipe Padre when I visited him in Sacramento a few years back. Sort of a spicy taste. It looks like I'm smoking it okay so far. Looks like kind of dried out in the tin a little bit. But it's doing well, I think. And this is the first pipe I ever bought, a church warden. Don't know exactly what type of church warden, but if any of you could help identify what this is, this little leaf that you can, I don't know if you can see it or not, just tell me which one it is, and I'd be ever so grateful. So, what do we talk about? Number one, Stephen Beerbeard. Thanks very much for reaching out. I'm kind of worried about you. But he knows that people care about him and want to know how he's doing, so he gave us a quick video, which is very, very grateful. Beerbeard is probably one of the most English London people I know. He's pure Londoner, even though he wasn't born there. He knows his music. He was playing some Elvis Costello in his last video. I think it was his first album. He knows his films. He knows his directors. He's a Renaissance man. He likes to read. So, don't go away, Stephen. Stay in the loop. We would miss you if you left. Besides, you're part of the YTPC now. You're in for life. Also, like I said before, Northeast Piper UK. Always a pleasure watching his videos. Feels like I know him somehow, like brother from another mother type of thing. An old soul. I think he's basically an old soul in that body, but a lot of knowledge packed in there. Just an easygoing gent. And it doesn't help that he shares my same interests, in comics and whatnot, but he's a well-rounded chap, so he can talk about a ton of things, including music, including everything, really. Red Elric. Nice gent. I think he's from... I'm sorry, Red Elric, if I'm getting around. I think he's around by near Liverpool. I'm not Liverpool. Blackpool. And I remember once going there on a camping trip with my other Geordie friend, Mark. A place called some place on Wyre, the River Wyre. And the theme of the camping ground was the Wild West at Wyoming. It's a lot of fun. A lot of campers from all over the UK parked there, played horseshoes with them. All over the place, heard all kinds of different accents from the UK. It was excellent. Really enjoyed it. And I got to go to Blackpool for the first time, which is exactly as everyone described to me. Proper working class holiday, working man's holiday. Still learning. Thomas Kalheim, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and the Mindful Pipe, Johan. Swedish men both. Always a great pleasure watching your videos. I will ask a favor though, if you don't mind the extra work. If you could do your next video in your native Swedish, I would greatly appreciate it. Unfortunately, being an uneducated American, I won't be able to understand what you're saying. But if you could like go the extra mile and provide the, like a rough translation for what you're saying, that would be greatly appreciated. I'd like to hear you speak in your own language. But if you don't even want to do that, just do a pipe video in your own language. And just be nice to hear, because I know the whole world seems to be dominated by English and Spanish these days. It's very flattering that you know how to speak English, but I feel kind of ashamed that I don't know how to speak Swedish, or German, or Ukrainian. That's a note to Dimitri. He's on one of the Facebook pipe groups. He's from Ukraine. He's not on YouTube. Should be though. But like I was saying, Redelric. He was very kind to do something on his 2000 AD collection, comic collection, and he's from that area, I believe. So he's threatened to do a video in his native patois, his native pure, broad Lancashire accent. But have at it. Love to hear it. I like hearing where people come from. An accent is a reflection of a culture, a way of speaking. So, hey, have at it. Which is why I like Olive Woodpiper. He's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn, New York. Even he's down in Florida, he still has that Brooklyn accent, which I love so much. He recently did a video with Ghost Cobb. It's kind of like a Marvel team-up. I like it when two pipers get together and just shoot the breeze on screen. Other shout-outs. Let's see. Ken Masters. I thought he was from Massachusetts, but he's from California, apparently. Seems like a really nice guy. He got out of his crappy job. And now he's in one that he really digs. So that weight seems to have flown off his shoulders. Beg pardon. I just might be getting the hang of this. I know I say this every video, but Holy Smoking Pipe Padre. As always, good to see your videos. What I like about the Padres, he doesn't care how long his videos run. Mine's going on 10 minutes now, and I'm getting all worried about it. But the Padre just chats like a pipe smoker does. He doesn't worry about the time constraints anymore. And I still listen to him. I might have to break it up sometimes, or listen to him while I do something else, like write letters. But it's just nice to hear someone follow their thoughts to completion while they smoke and talk on screen. All right, what do I want to talk about? As if that... Yeah, I had a couple things I had in mind. Number one. Whoa. Number one. Oh, yeah. Briar Blues. Canadian gentleman over in British Columbia, I believe. He's done a couple of videos that I really look forward to listening to, like The Shape of a Pipe, What Does That Say About You? And he's also recommending some books on pipe smoking, which I'll have to check out. I'll do a quick mention here because I'm going on. First of all, I just did my first 3-day trip since my hernia back in March, and it kicked my ass. It was pure hard summer travel. Iron Briar is also in the travel business. He works for ScotRail, so he must be going through the same thing. Packed planes for me, packed trains for him, and it's just it's really very, very, very intense. But I kept my patience, I kept my cool. But it was a long slog. I felt like I was doing a marathon. So I ached in places I didn't ache before because it's not as easy as it looks. All that bending, stretching, and dragging carts up and down the aisle. And all the psychic stuff, all the mental stuff that goes with it. Just, trying to be friendly and trying to be helpful within reason. Kind of wears on you after 3 days. But I'm back. I should have been doing a turn to Bermuda today, but someone took my trip, so I'm here with you folks instead. Yeah, I'll take this out real quick. This came while I was gone. This is for you, Lord Bennett. And you, Cobbler of the Shire, I know you like Doctor Who. Tom Baker, Season 12, Season 1 for him. He's not even one of my favorite doctors. I know that's blasphemy. But if they're going to do it on Blu-ray and pack all these extras in it, might as well have it in my library. Doctor Who is something I'll always give money to all the time. I think it might have gone out. Or not. Yeah. I'm going to sit and watch that and enjoy it all over again. And, they're going to release all the other seasons, probably of all the other Doctors on Blu-ray eventually, and I'm going to just happily give them my money, because I'm not into streaming. I'm into owning my own content, so I can watch it whenever I want to. So if it goes from Netflix one day and goes on to Hulu for the other, I won't be hostage to picking up another streaming service. What do you say, gents? Do I have time for another subject? Yeah. Okay, sure. It's only 13 minutes. Getting my last puff out of it. Very spicy. H.P. Lovecraft. Horror writer from the 1920s. Of course, not famous in his own time. He was a contemporary of, I want to say Edgar Rice Burroughs. Edgar Rice Burroughs, and of course I can't remember the other name. He created John Carter, Warlord of Mars. Conan the Barbarian, I believe. If I screwed up on that one, please someone let me know. But H.P. Lovecraft rewrote the rules for horror, and Stephen King has cribbed a lot of his stuff. But he's an American treasure, but it's not a very healthy place that you're going when you read his books, read his prose. Excuse me. Quite simply, H.P. Lovecraft uses very dense language with a great vocabulary to paint very dark, twisted, nightmarish worlds and horrors that visit ours type thing. I'm not going to even try to describe it, but it just basically gets in your head. It does weird things to you, but weird things to your mind. But I don't know. I really enjoy it, and I really feel comfortable when I'm reading it. Which says, I don't know what the hell that says about my mental outlook, but it's known as cosmic horror now, and he's hugely influential horror writer. I would call him the token of horror. I don't know if that's a misnomer, but L.A. pipe smoker, L.A. Smoke and Law. Fuck, I don't know if I'm getting the name right. Law and Smoke. That's it. Let me know if my comparisons are off. But he is to horror stories what Tolkien is to fantasy. Very rich, very, very well-rounded mythos that he's creating. And like I said, the language is... He now almost never has dialogue in his stories. It's mostly the person's first-person recollection of an event. But the thing is, he builds you up to a horrific event. Let's get that